Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
All right. Welcome to our inaugural Ask Mary and Pat about Mississippi Medicaid chat. I am your host tonight, Michael Miner. I'm the Executive Director of Oak Hill Regional Community Development Corporation. We're excited to have you join us on this evening. All right, look, we know that we are restreaming tonight, so let me back up and also say greetings and welcome to everyone who's watching on Facebook and YouTube. We're excited you're able to join us, and we might as well lay it on out, and we welcome those who'll be watching in the future because this is being recorded as well, and you'll be able to see it on future on Zoom. We do want to get a few things out of the way so you know who we are and what we're about. We are Oak Hill Regional Community Development Corporation, headquartered in Hernando, Mississippi. We do bring you greetings on behalf of our chair of our board of directors, Jennifer Garrett. Of course, again, I'm the executive director, Michael Miner, and our project director for our Healthy Kids Mississippi initiative, Lottie Miner. All right. And so we want you to feel free to go into your social media feed and share. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I just realized that I haven't shared it on my social media feed. So I'm going to go right now and I'm going to share it so others will be able to watch it on my page. And there we go. It's shared. And so people can see it now on my page. All right, look, we have a great panel that'll be going with you. Our goal is to try to do this on each last Monday of the month. We'll see how things go. They have a number of questions that they've already received from people. They're excited and want to know so much more about Medicaid and CHIP. Let me just say this for you on the front end. We are talking about Mississippi Medicaid and CHIP. And CHIP stands for the Children's Health Insurance Program. All right. We know there may be some folks who are from other states, and it's different because the program is administered differently depending on where you live. But for those of y'all that are in Mississippi, get ready to learn a whole bunch about what we're about to share. We do also want to put a couple quick announcements in for those that may be interested in insurance for themselves as parents that may be outside the realm of Medicaid. The Affordable Care Act, some people call Obamacare. Open enrollment begins November 1st. Wow, that's next Monday. It starts, and we have our colleagues at Get Covered Mississippi who'll be more happy to share with you and assisting you in enrolling. Again, the same number, 662-298-3584. And we also know we just started, right? Yes, it started on October 15th, Medicare open enrollment that runs through December 7th. And you can go to medicare.gov to gain more information about that. So many things going on, so many things happening. Want you to stay abreast of what's going on. If you want to know more information about us and what we're doing, you can just take your smart device and get your QR reader and go right to the screen, and you can, boom, highlight it, and you'll find yourself finding out more information that we have on this evening. Once again, feel free to share on your social media outlets. All right, let me bring up our panelists. All right. And we're going to let our panelists introduce themselves. We're going to be in since we, all right, there we go. Let me add the spotlight. Okay. Since we got the Mary and Pat show, I switched it around so I could confuse you. All right. We're going to let them introduce themselves. So we're going to begin with Mary Fenner. She's going to come in her own way and share a little about herself. Mary?
Okay, hello everyone, good evening.
My name is Mary Fenner, and I'm an assister and navigator with Oak Hill Regional Community Development Center. I am a retired Medicaid specialist with the Senatobia Medicaid office. I am here to help you with any Medicaid issues or questions you may have. I enjoy helping people, so please, please, please ask if you need any assistance. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mary. Now we go to the Pat part. Pat Boga.
Yes, good evening. This is Pat Boga, and of course, I am also a retired Medicaid specialist with the Mississippi Division of Medicaid, uh, Holly Springs, by way of the Senatobia office. And of course, right now, I am a Medicaid assister and navigator with the Oak Hill RCDC. And of course, we're just excited about Ask Pat and Ask Mary and Pat. So we want you to just get ready to ask us now. We're going to do our best to answer.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful. So let me bring Mary back up. All right. There we go. I got you added. And I'm going to put the other spotlight down here. So in case people want to scan the QR code or they want to dial the number. All right. We are going to be monitoring our social media for other questions. All right. And look, y'all been knowing each other for quite a while. So we'll let y'all jump in or tussle, whatever the case may be, as you see fit. All right. Hope everybody's ready for our first inaugural Ask Mary and Pat, and in parentheses, about Mississippi Medicaid and CHIP, the Children's Health Insurance Program. All right, here we go. Question number one. Ladies, elementary, but folks get it confused all the time. What is the difference between Medicaid and CHIP?
Okay.
Go ahead, Pat.
I guess I'll go first. Okay. Medicaid is health coverage for the low income families. And of course, CHIP is for the working families that have basically an income that exceeds the Medicaid amount.
Okay. All right. Mary, you want to add anything more? You good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, can I throw this in for free? Are Medicaid and Medicare the same thing? They both sound a lot alike.
They do sound a lot alike, but they are not. Medicare is for individuals that are 65 and older, and Medicaid is actually for children that are under the age of 19. Medicaid and the CHIP program are for children under the age of 19. And some parents can qualify depending on their income if they have children.
Okay. All right. So we got that cleared up, everybody. All right. So everybody keeps confusing those and saying Medicare and Medicaid are the same thing. You heard it tonight. If you don't know it, if you don't know it by now, you're not going to ever know it. They're not the same thing. Okay.
Well, also some individuals with disabilities that are not age 65 may be eligible for Medicare as well, but it's entirely different programs.
All right. Okay. All right. We got that out of the way. All right. Next one up. So this is the big one. How can I qualify my children for Medicaid?
All you have to do is fill out a Medicaid application. And according to your income, it may decide if they're on Medicaid or if they're on the CHIP program. But if you find out that you're thinking that, okay, maybe my children are not eligible for Medicaid, but they may be eligible for CHIP, it's just one application that you filled out. And if you are over the limit for Medicaid, you're automatically decided to determine if your children are eligible for CHIP.
Okay. All right. So if I got this right, Okay, so unlike maybe some other states, so if I go in and my income's not quite right for Medicaid for my children, I'm automatically, I don't have to do anything, blah, 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 blah. I'm automatically gonna get a review for CHIP, the Children Health Insurance Program. Is that what I'm getting?
Correct.
Yes.
Wow, it's a twofer then. Wow. Okay. Oh, that sounds pretty nice. Okay. All right. So now we go ahead and I qualify. Well, so it seems like once I get it, ladies, I got it, and my situation is still the same. Do I have to renew my family's Medicaid every year?
Yes, you do. And basically, the requirement for a renewal each year, that's for an update with Medicaid. And as well as you may have some changes. You may have lost a job. You may have increased income. Your family size may have changed. And so it's very important to renew each year.
Okay. All right. So y'all heard that. Make sure you got it. Once you have gone through and you have enrolled in the Children's Health Insurance Program, your children, Medicaid for your children, each one, you're not done. You got to renew every year. And it sounds like to me, if you don't renew, something might happen.
Yes. It's a possibility that your case can be closed if you don't respond to your letter that you've received from the Medicaid office.
Wow. And that'd be awful to go to the doctor's office, think you have
Yes.
coverage, and you get there lined up, and it says, well, we just checked it and you don't have any. Wow. Okay. All right. I want y'all to make sure you know that now. And for those of you all that are on a Medicaid, a Children's Health Insurance Program, those that are watching, listening, and man, we have a number of people out here that are watching, all right, on social media. But I want to emphasize that again. All right, it's not one time it's over with, everybody. You have to make sure that every year you renew. They're saying you receive a letter in the mail. So that letter comes, don't think it's junk mail and throw it away. Make sure you take a look at it and you renew. All right. And of course, I guess you all can help them with the renewal process. Would that be a correct assumption?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So check that out, y'all. So if you need some help, or as we say down in the country, if you need somebody to help you, all right, you're going to be able, you're not going to be in this thing all by yourself. They're not going to get you started and then just leave you like a bad habit. They're going to be there to assist you once again. That's wonderful. All right.
And Dr. Miner, I want to throw in something for free as well.
All right, throw it.
If you move within that period, within that year, make sure that you contact the Medicaid office and give them your correct address. Because when they get ready to send that letter out, the renewal letter out, they're going to send it to the address that they have on file. And it's not like regular mail where it goes back to the post office, or the post office will automatically send it to your correct address. If you've done an address change, it goes back to the Medicaid office. And it's a possibility your case can be closed.
All right.
Wow. And that I can think about that, that maybe in a year's time, especially in this pandemic, you may have had your own place and things changed up. You had to go back, move in with your aunt or parents, and then things get back better again. You got another place. You made 2 or 3 different addresses. So if you move, you need to contact them. Well, look, since you brought that up, Pat, how do we do it? Do we just send up a smoke signal and just say, hey, my address has changed? How do we do that address change thing?
Just make a phone call.
That's all?
Yes.
And we call down there and they'll change it up. Do I get a confirmation that it's changed? I just gotta trust their word to the shame.
Yes, they don't do confirmations, but it's best to follow up. Make
Yes.
sure you talk to your caseworker.
Talk to the
And if
right
you,
worker.
right, if you so happen to leave a message with the person that answered the phone, call back and speak to your caseworker and see if they received it and make sure your address has been changed.
Okay. Is there any way if I go to the doctor's office, and when I take my, my child for a checkup or something, that they can look in the system and see what my address is or something?
I wouldn't even trust that.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay.
I would just make sure I contact the Medicaid office.
All right. You heard
Now
me.
they can look in there and tell whether or not you still have Medicaid, though.
Right, for sure.
Okay. 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 All right. All right. Okay. Well, moving on then. All right. Once I've completed my Medicaid application, because I'm gonna be excited, I know I'm gonna get coverage for my children. How soon will I know before I get my approval or the, I'm gonna say it real low, somebody will hear this,
Yes.
denial notice. So we're gonna focus on the first one. So how long before we get, I know about my approval or my denial notice?
It's 30 days. You should hear something within 30 days. Sometimes it's sooner. If you have that caseworker that really want to get to it, and you have turned in all of your paperwork and your requirements, they can do it, and you might hear something within 2 weeks. But if not, it's a 30-day process.
30-day process.
Yes.
All right, 30 days. So if I don't hear in 30 days, I got turned down?
Not necessarily.
Okay. I just gotta have a little patience.
Yes.
Patient and call your worker.
Keep checking.
Keep checking with your worker. Get a
wow.
relationship with your worker.
Yes. Feel free to ask them questions.
So it really is true that nobody's gonna take care of me better than me.
That's true.
Oh, let me be correct in English. Nobody's gonna take care of me better than I. Y'all heard that now. Just follow up, So I know sometimes what people do, they submit the application and just don't worry about it. So it's going by osmosis, it's gonna take care of itself. So what I probably do, I'm being old school now. They don't mark their calendars, so they got the little phone things, so electronic device. So I guess the thing is, if I submit it today, I need to have my phone checked. Well, I don't know, November 25th. That's Thanksgiving. So I probably want to wait till that 29th. And I'll mark on that the 29th, give me a little one of them little reminder, beep, 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 beep. Check and see if I got covered. But wait a minute. The 29th on a Monday. I don't like to call folks on a Monday. Especially Monday after the holiday. No, I better check that next day, the 30th. Okay. I'll check on the 30th, that Tuesday. That might be better. Okay, I got it. Now, a few old school folks around, maybe some grandparents there for their grandchild. They can mark it on their calendar there. You just mark it up, check back in. Okay, all right. That sounds pretty decent.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So actually, this is not me talking personally, but if I were a person of childbearing age, woman, I want to apply for Medicaid for my pregnancy. Okay. Because I know it's just a matter of time, I'm going to have a child.
Yes.
Okay? Could be sooner than later. Anyway, do I have to wait on my approval letter to go see a doctor?
It's really important that you do wait, but at the same time, some of the doctors, you check with your healthcare professional and ask them, will they accept the fact that you have applied? And a lot of them will do that. But at the same time, if you're denied Medicaid in the process, after you've gone to your doctor, then you will be responsible for that bill.
Some folks are laughing right there. They just heard that. They're saying that it'd be hard for them to collect on that bill. They don't have anything.
So sorry.
So they're saying this that sounds good in theory, but now if I'm not covered, okay, go in to that doctor. Woo. Oh, wow. Somebody squeezing blood out of a turnip. Some folks
Yes.
said I ain't got the turnip to squeeze that up. Okay.
I'm sure they will set you up on a payment plan.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm getting a little note come up here that says, don't forget that they're able, if they're not covered, to go and connect to a federally qualified community health center. So thank you. Yeah, we know that that is available.
Right.
If all this goes through, that they can look at one of the across Mississippi at a rate. You know, ladies, what gets me, we're gonna go to the next question. What I find so funny is that there's so many people across the state that don't know that they are right near a fair qualified community health center. I mean, I've had somebody that literally they could have, just spit on their community health center. They had no idea how close it was. Everything. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. And look, got another question popped up. I think it fit right in. They ask, what is the income limit for Mississippi Medicaid?
The best way to find out the income limit for Mississippi Medicaid is to go on to their website, which is www.medicaidmississippi.org. It's MississippiMedicaid.org. Medicaid.
Yeah,
What is
Medicaid, Medicaid.ms.gov.
Right,
Right.
Gov, yes. If you go on there, there is a chart on there to give, and it gives you the income limits.
Right.
All right. Well, guess what? We're gonna copy and paste that into the chat. And I understand that because go ahead.
Yes, and that chart goes by the size of the family as well as your income. So you will know, you'll be able to follow it better than, just asking the question. So make sure that you go and look on that chart.
Okay. And we also posted on our Healthy Kids Mississippi Facebook page. All right. Again, I guess we might have been paused. We're about 20 minutes in. For those of you that are joining us late, my name is Michael Miner. I am the Executive Director of Oak Hill Regional Community Development Corporation. And we are hosting our inaugural Ask Mary and Pat about Mississippi Medicaid and CHIP, the Children's Health Insurance Program. All right. And this is Oak Hill Regional Community Development Corporation. One of our initiatives is Healthy Kids Mississippi. You can learn more about us at on our website. You can go right to it right now. All right. Somebody says, well, I want to go to the website. Well, if you're able to multitask and not miss out on this great conversation, you can go to oakhillregionalcdc.com, oakhillregionalcdc.com, and you'll be able to learn more about what we do. You can also go to healthykidsms.org, healthykidsms.org, and you can learn more about the Healthy Kids Mississippi initiative. Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. So let's move on. Like we're having a good time tonight.
Yes.
Okay. Some good questions from everybody. Again, we thank everybody that's watching. As we said before, don't forget to share on your social media. Don't feel afraid to ask questions.
Right.
All right. Okay, now we'll go up another one here. All right, we're going to our next round of questions. All right, so I got approved. Okay, again, I'm obviously I'm speaking on behalf of I'm a expectant mother. Medicaid for my pregnancy. All right, bum diggity, I got it. I'm going in, getting my checkups. I'm seeing the doctor. It's wonderful. But wait a minute. I got a problem. What happens after my baby's born? Is that all right? So what about, is my newborn baby covered? Am I covered? I mean, it was all good while I was pregnant. But now I know I'm happy because Junior is here. But are we gonna be just left out in the cold? Okay, what goes on after Junior comes, or Mimi, what you call these babies now? Shakalika. He named that.
Quisha.
Yeah, whatever.
Quisha.
Yeah, one of them crazy names. Yeah, what happened?
Quisha.
What happened when she come on up in the camp? Is all bets off and I don't have any cover? What happens then, ladies?
Okay, the baby is supposed to be automatically added once the baby is born, but you have to make sure that the hospital sends that information into Medicaid. Don't assume, again, here we go again, don't assume that it's taken care of. Contact your Medicaid office or either call the hospital and make sure that they sent it into the Medicaid office. They will add the baby and the baby will be covered for a year. And after that year, you will have to renew the baby. So make sure that all the documents, they will have to have that social security number at some point, but contact your Medicaid worker to make sure that the hospital has sent the birth information in. And if they haven't, it's your responsibility to stay on that hospital to get that information in.
So y'all heard that. Okay. All right, so somebody's saying now, would you repeat that again for the mother part? They want to understand the mom part of that.
The mom part is your responsibility to make sure that the hospital has sent that information in to Medicaid to add the baby.
Okay. All right, and what about me
But
again?
you don't have to reapply or anything. You don't have to apply for the baby, but
What
just
about the mom?
check. The mom is covered up until I think it's 2 months. They give them coverage for their postnatal services. And after those, it's like 60 days, then the mother is off.
Wait a minute now. Well, I'm not, after 6 days, I'm still
60.
breast. 6
2
days.
months.
2
2
months.
months.
If I were a woman, I'd probably say, I'm still breastfeeding. Why you gonna come back and tell me I'm off after? I mean, that's it.
Now the mom can reapply once she's off and to see if she's still eligible for regular Medicaid. But she won't be automatically put on regular Medicaid. She will have to reapply for Medicaid.
Wow. I mean, shoot, I know some friends that had that postpartum that needed sometime to go for a little on the mental health side to see some things. And that usually lasts past 60 days. Well, I mean, it's going to have to pray real hard.
Well, since the pandemic, they've been doing some extra things. So if that's still going on, and I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but they have been extending the pregnancy Medicaid for the moms because of the pandemic.
Yes.
So, but you can always check with your Medicaid office and see, because I've heard that they don't do it for everybody. So I guess it's like a hit or miss thing. But you need to check with your Medicaid office to see if they have extended your Medicaid.
Okay. All right. That's something to think about, everybody. And, I was saying it in jest, but we have more and more case now that moms are dealing with this postpartum.
Yeah.
It doesn't get some and they get depressed and everything. And sometimes it just hits them at that 60, 90-day period,
Yes. Yes.
I've heard the stories, the people that are so concerned about their body, they can't lose the weight. I'm just tired. This is more than I just had. Sometimes it's hormonal differences and all kinds of things. And you have to be careful. People want to get suicidal, another kind of thing. So it's just something to think about. You're not crazy. You just sound. Look, if she got the flu, everybody be saying, well, let me bring you some soup over or leave it at the front door, you go to the doctor, take some Tylenol, but then you get the mental illness, mental health. They say, oh man, you crazy. Nothing to do about that. Hey, y'all, sickness is sickness.
Right.
Yeah. So give a little slack with it. Okay. I thought I'd just slide that on in there. All right. Since you got one man in the middle of it. Isn't that something? I would have had Lottie, but she was tied up, so you just stuck with me. So hopefully I'm holding down all right,
You are.
From the man's perspective,
We thank you.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
All right. So again, we're on this inaugural Ask Mary and Pat webinar. We're going to go through as we go after this next, while we're asking this question, I'm going to do a little scan back through on our social media, see if there are additional questions that people wish to ask. All right. Well, look, let's, perseverance is great. So if I've gotten denied, I suppose that's what I said. If I've gotten denied, how soon can I reapply so that I can get approved? So how soon after I get denied can I reapply so I can get approved?
Once you receive that letter, then you can reapply right away. And even if you happen to call the office within a couple of weeks and you find out that you're going to be denied, get prepared to reapply and ask them why. Maybe because you didn't turn in all your documents. So make sure you ask them why you got denied. And then, or if it's an income situation, then let them know your income has changed. Maybe that 1 month you made a certain amount, but this next month I'm not making as much as I made last month. My overtime was less, or I didn't work that many hours. So you can let them know that too, and then turn in your new income information if that's what's the case. But you can apply right away.
All right. Now y'all heard that. So instead of going in to have your pity party and crying, or you want to go the other way around and say you want to cut somebody out or do something, you just get your paperwork together. You just get yourself up, dust yourself off, and you reapply again. And can I add this in for free? And it's also probably good to tell the truth, both if you do it the first time and on the renewal. Would that be helpful too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I know how some folks say, well, maybe I'll make some slight adjustments this next go around. No, don't you adjust now. It is what it is. Now, if you only got 3 kids, then don't say you got 7. Just do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Right.
We don't want issues. I just want to make sure we got it all laid out plan. Okay. All right. I know we're nobody doing things like that. We got all these. But anyway, going on back up in here. All right. Now, this is something that's always interesting. Do I have to cooperate, if it's a mother, with child support to get approved for Medicaid? So this is the mother speaking. Hey, do I have to cooperate with child support to get approved for Medicaid for myself and my children?
Yes, you do. Now, that is only if you're applying for yourself and the children together. But if you're only applying for just the children, you don't have to.
Wow. So even if he's giving me $1,000 a month?
If he's giving you that type of money, child support doesn't count at all towards your Medicaid income. What's required for the income, child support is not counting. So you don't have to worry about what's saying I'm not getting anything while I'm actually am, because child support is not counted.
Oh, wow. Y'all heard that? So the child support's not counted. It doesn't. So the only time it's going to come into the equation is if I'm applying too, but just for the children.
The only thing that's going to come into the equation if you are cooperating with child support.
Right.
That's all. Not the income, just your income counts too, but not the child support income. You have to be cooperating with child support. I mean, you will actually have to, it's a question on the form asking you, would you would like to participate or do child support? And you have to say yes. If you have said no in the past, you have to contact the child support office and let them know that you're ready to cooperate with them. Because if you just do the application and it's in the system that you didn't cooperate in the past, they're still going to deny you. So you do have to contact the child support office and let them know that here's his name, here's his phone number, here's his address, whatever they ask you, so they can get in touch with him and pursue child support.
But what if I hadn't seen this and Mutt was a dog?
That's okay.
That's right. Just give them what you know.
Right.
So and they will do the research to try to find them.
So if I'm the mother and he moves in with me, how they gonna know if he moved in with me? I just tell him he didn't do it.
Well, if he moves in with you, then he's not required to pay child support at all. So it's
What?
right if he moves in with you.
Even if we're not
But
married.
also, if you receiving food stamps and
Uh-huh.
he moves in with you,
Uh-huh.
and you tell him you don't want child support because he's living with me, they're going to deny your food stamps. So you have to be careful. Do you want food stamps, or do you want him to? You want to say that he's living there? You actually have to. He can still pay child support and be living in the house with you.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that should, if he's living there with you and he's paying child support, the money's going to automatically come back to the household anyway. But you'll still get your food stamps.
Yes.
So you have to be
Wow.
careful. You have to be careful. You have to ask questions.
Right.
You
And if
definitely
they
have to
cut it
ask
off,
questions.
and if you contact them and ask them to just terminate the child support, that's going to come back to bite you, should I say?
Oh. Well, the
Okay.
reason I bring it up, I might have been mad at him, and I just got mad because I was, if I was the baby, the mother, the baby, I just might have got mad at him, and saw him at the club with somebody else, and I just went down there and just got crazy and did all that stuff. But then down the line, we made up and everything. So
Once you say that, I mean, you can go to court because you're going to have to go to court and let them know, or you're going to have to write a letter to child support. Say, well, I want to withdraw from child support. I don't want to take them to child support anymore. You can do that, but you have to be careful.
But
You
what
have to check it out and see.
But what if I don't trust him? Even though we're back together, I don't trust him. I'm just gonna see what he do. I can still have him there in the house with me and still
get child support. Yeah,
and it'll come in the mama's name.
Right. Correct.
And he ain't got anything to do with it, even though it was his money.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Correct.
Sound pretty good. Men better do the right thing. Okay.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Are there any other services that I may be able to apply for if I'm denied for Medicaid because my income is above income limit? That's the first thing I'm gonna ask. So is anything I apply for if it's above the income limit? What can I do now? I'm just stuck.
Well, we
HCA.
know, right.
I say affordable care.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what if I don't qualify for the ACA? It's well, actually, I guess you don't have to qualify. If I make more money, I get it at that premium. I can't handle that premium. I need to win the lottery to pay the premium. So what do then?
So there you have the federally qualified health centers that would be able to assist you.
Come back to that again. That
Right.
federally qualified community health center. Look at there.
Right.
It comes back again. We keep coming back to that. That ought to be a hit. Hey, everybody listening. Federally qualified community health centers come up more than once
Right.
in tonight's conversation. That should be a hint to you if it come up more.
Dr. Minor, can you tell them where they can go online to find that list?
Wow, you want me to tell them?
Yes, because there should be one in your area or very close to you in the state of Mississippi.
Well, the thing that gets me about that is that people be looking right at one and they don't recognize where it is,
Right.
or they say, "Oh, I thought that was just for folks who, whatever." But you can
Right.
call this number 601-981-1817, 601-981-1817, and also we'll put in the chat. You can go to their webpage. Which is chcams.org, chcams.org. That stands for the Community Health Center Association of Mississippi. Yes, you can contact them. We'll put this in the chat as well, but the Community Health Center Association of Mississippi, you can contact them. They'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction of getting a community health center association. The Community Health Center Association of Mississippi, it was named something else before, They changed their name. Still the same great people doing a great job, sharing information all across the state. Now, we must share with you that this is not free, but it's on a sliding scale. They don't turn anybody away. All right. We're also going to share this stuff while we got it on our Healthy Kids Mississippi Facebook page. Again, one more time for our commercial. You are watching the inaugural Ask Mary and Pat webinar, Ask Mary and Pat by Mississippi Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program. If you got any questions, feel free to ask us in the chat, and we'll be more than happy to respond to you. All right, we're getting close to wrapping this thing up, but we're continuing here. A few more questions. All right. So again, what about if I income limits above the income limit? Do I have to still cooperate with child support? I still have to do that too? I'm denied because of income limit?
If you deny because of income limits, that's up to you if you want to continue to pursue child support.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's up to that. And what else? So I'm just going to ask something here, and correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So it seemed like to me, it's almost, I have to watch if I'm out there and I got all these things going, I'm gonna have to watch where my income at all times, because if my income, if I'm not careful, my income is out of line, I'll be out of coverage. So I need to make sure I keep them in tune with what's happening.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and to keep them updated. Do they actually take a look at my, do they have access to my tax returns if I file them by my mom or whatnot?
They don't have access to tax information.
Okay, okay. I was just wondering. They got that.
Now, if you within the state of Mississippi, they can get access to your pay stubs, your weekly or bi-weekly or monthly income.
Okay, okay. So it just better be for sure that you just tell the truth. The truth is so wonderful, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It don't need to be propped up any kind of way. It just stands tall.
That's
Wow. It's amazing why people lie so much. But anyway, I'm digressing. All right. We're getting down to our final question. Do I have a choice of insurance plan after I get approved for Medicaid? Is just the state's plan, or is it I got some choices, or just whatever? What's up with that?
Yes. Now with Medicaid, there are you can get Mississippi Can, and there are 3 programs: United Healthcare, Molina, and of course you have the regular Mississippi Medicaid. But that's going to the Mississippi Medicaid is going to be automatic, and that depends on your income. You know, it's a low income, but you do have 3 choices. And for CHIP, you have 2 choices, and that's Molina and United Healthcare. But you can contact them. If, for instance, you may have Molina and you've used it, you've had problems with going to your doctors, you know, and them accepting it. So you contact the Medicaid office and see if there's any way that, you know, you can get it switched to United Healthcare. But the most important thing is to make sure that your healthcare providers, you need to see which one they accept first.
Okay. All right. So I don't need y'all super excited about it, but I guess for a lot of people, they hadn't had coverage. So whoever they get is better than what they had, which was nobody. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, wow, we went through the questions. We had that one question there, some other questions that popped up. Is there anything else that we need to cover that we didn't cover tonight? We're going to also, any of those that are watching that are watching as attendees, feel free to add any question there for the chat. We can do one more scan. and whatnot. We plan on doing this each month at the end of the month. Okay. All right. So this question just popped up. How can Healthy Kids Mississippi help me complete my application? They're talking about the fact that I guess they must have solved that it was a very long application. So they want to know how can Healthy Kids Mississippi help in that?
They can contact the office with the 662-298-3584 number,
Okay.
and someone there be able to assist you with completing your Medicaid application.
Okay. Well, I see that, I understand that Oak Hill is located in Hernando. Okay, so what about the people who live down in Gulfport, Mississippi? We just out of luck?
We have sisters all over the state of Mississippi, from DeSoto
Wow.
County all the way to the coast. So if you
Yes.
need any assistance from anywhere in Mississippi, we are available to help.
Yes.
Wow. Did
Yes.
y'all hear that? They got you covered all across the state. Okay.
Now,
All
we
right.
don't make the determinations. We
Right.
help you with the application.
We assist you in applying.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, I went through and I browsed through, and man, did we have a number of people watching tonight across our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 14, 15 shares, over 20
Right.
different places that were shared. So again, for those that are catching us later, those that are watching it later, this is for Ask Mary and Pat, Medicaid and CHIP for Mississippi. All right, again, you can call 662-298-3584 for more information. Look, well, so we went first with Mary, then Pat. So now we'll go with you, Pat, as we close out. Pat, is there anything else that you wish to share with us on our inaugural session?
No, I can't think of anything other than feel free to call us. And again, that number is 662-298-3584. And if you need assistance in applying for Medicaid, just ask for an assister. And if you're applying for ACA, Affordable Care Act, then you ask for an assister or a navigator.
Okay. All right, we go to Mary. Anything else from you?
I don't have anything else to add. I just want to, I don't have anything additional to add. I'm agreeing with Pat to say if you need any assistance with Medicaid, then you can just contact our office and we'll find somebody for you.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. So we're going to go in and get ready to wrap this thing up. Well, those that are watching, that are on Zoom with us, you can hang out just for a few minutes. We're going to have a short wind down because we got a couple of things we got to do in this traffic on Zoom. We want to keep it just under an hour, and then we're between 45 minutes and an hour. Again, thank you for watching us tonight. You can scan this barcode over my shoulder to find out more information about what we're doing. We're so excited about the work that we're doing and that we're sharing all across the state of Mississippi. I'll just say this. Look, there's no reason for you not to have health coverage for you or your children. There's no reason for you not to be able to see a doctor. We're not going to get in a discussion tonight about whether you should take the COVID-19 vaccination. We're just talking about seeing the doctor in general. Women, this is October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Women of color have problems because they don't go to the doctor. The children, a lot of things that happen to them could easily be taken care of if they're taken to the doctor at an early age, or should I say a health professional, because we have a lot of very capable nurse practitioners. So I'm not pleading with you. I'm not begging with you. I'm just saying, just make sense. If you or someone you don't know doesn't have health coverage, you ought to call. Don't put it off. 662-298-3584. and we can help you. Oh, I know they're saying they're getting paid to do this as brokers. They get a part of the policy. No, we're getting paid, but through a grant through the United States federal government. We're going to get paid whether we help you or not. So if you said, I'm not going to go to them, they're not going to get this. Well, guess what? They're still going to get paid every 2 weeks, whether they help you or not. So look, come on. We're not insurance brokers. We're not trying to do anything to trip you up. We're just here to help you. And for us as ministry, we're a faith-based organization. We do it because we have a care that those residents here in the state of Mississippi, that we can be the best that we can be. All right, that's all that we have. Look, let me look at the calendar. There it is. All right. So as we said down south, the Lord will, the creek don't rise. We'll see you back we're the last Monday. So it'll be Monday, November 29th, the Monday after Thanksgiving, 6 o'clock, with our second of our Ask Mary and Pat about Mississippi Medicaid and CHIP webinar. Again, I have been glad to be your host tonight, Michael Miner, the Executive Director of Oak Hill Regional Community Development Corporation, our board chair, Jennifer Garrett, and all of us at Oak Hill Regional CDC and Healthy Kids Mississippi. We thank you for joining us in this webinar, and take care.